Hey guys, so I thought I'd do another video for you all. This is about my heart condition. I addressed in one of my walkthroughs. I think it was the Fire Cage playthrough of Untitled Story. And in this video I talked about a heart condition I have called supraventricular tachycardia, or SVT. And I just wanted to make a video to clarify what I meant. I kind of did it hastily. I had a vague idea of my heart condition, but I didn't know like the specifics and the terms, and the way I described it, there was a lot of medical inaccuracies that I would like to clear up, as well as maybe give you a more clearer vision of what's going on here, maybe provide some diagrams. So in your heart you have like a pacemaker. If you don't know what a pacemaker is, a pacemaker kind of just sends electrical signals to regulate your heartbeat. People get that when they have serious heart conditions. But your heart in itself has a pacemaker called an AV node, and what that does is that sends electrical signals throughout electrical channels located in your heart. So your heart has a bunch of channels that electrical signals get sent through, and when these electrical signals go through your heart, they make the heart pump blood. They make it contract as the electrical signals go through it, and then, you know, untract, I guess, and pump blood throughout your body. You know, that's the science of a heartbeat, essentially. So if you look at a heart, the AV node sends electrical signals down into the ventricles. The ventricles are the pretty much the bottom part of the heart that makes the beat. I totally fucked up what a ventricle was in my last video, so try to disregard that. But as the electrical signals go down, it goes through the ventricles and then back up throughout the rest of the heart, and that's what makes the beat. However, my heart condition, I have, let me see here, atrioventricular reentrant tachycardia, the orthodromic type. Essentially, what that means is just I have an extra electrical channel most people don't have in their heart that isn't used. So the extra channel is attached to the usual channels, and it leads back to the AV node, which is the electrical signal origin, which makes the electrical signals. So when an electrical signal is sent to my heart, there's a chance that it can go into this extra channel that isn't used, and when it does that, it goes back to the AV node, and the AV node sends it back through the heart, in which it just keeps re-entering the extra channel, which is why it's a reentrant tachycardia, which is where that word comes from. So essentially you have an electrical signal that won't complete its function. It won't go all the way through the heart. Instead, it keeps looping back and forth throughout this extra channel that isn't used. And what that's doing is that it's continually making the heart pump faster than it usually does, because the electrical signal is just continuously pumping the heart as it's rapidly firing through the loop. So essentially what that means is it kind of just it forces your heart to go fast without stopping, no matter what you're doing. It's just it has nothing to do with like physical, like what I'm doing physically or anything like that. It's just the heart. It's a problem with the heart, just straight out. So you know, this will get my heartbeat to like 200 to 240 BPMs, you know, like some crazy ass number. And you know, to get that fixed, you would have to restart your heart in a sense, to where for me, sometimes I usually just go to the hospital and the doctor resets it rather. They don't use like the fucking electro clear kind of deal. It's more of just like a medicine that stops your heart momentarily and then restarts it. So when it does that, then it pretty much, since the AV node stops sending out electrical signals, the extra electrical signal that's been looping finally can rest and leave the loop, closing the extra electrical channel for the foreseeable future. And then once the AV node starts sending electrical signals again, then your heart starts beating normally. So it's pretty much just like heart reset, just to get rid of those kinds of defects. But you know, if that doesn't really help let me see if I can get a better metaphor here. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. So like, say we got a train station, right? And it's delivering cargo. It delivers 2 trains, right? 2 little trains, and right here they split up and they take the cargo to wherever the hell they're going, right? These are like the electrical signals your heart sends out, right? So I have an extra track somewhere. It could be right here, it could be somewhere else, but I got myself an extra track denoted by this red track, and it's closed off here by the caution, it's not ready yet, don't use this track, right? But sometimes this this caution will be lifted up, right? So it's just, whoops, it's not there anymore. So sometimes this track opens up, and so when I have a train delivering cargo, oh, looks like there's a new track I need to go in, and it goes through here. It doesn't deliver its cargo, and it goes back to the station, where the station goes, what the hell are you doing, man? Get back out there. So it goes back and ad infinitum. So pretty much it's looping itself back around and back around and back around. It never gets to where it wants to. And at the same time, the other train is still doing its regular route. So the station's still sending out this regular train doing its regular route. So you have an irregular train schedule, a regular heartbeat here, which is like boom, 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 right? This is like my heart monitor. But over here you still have the regular station, which makes even more irregular heartbeats in between. So you get something that's super fast, like do 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 do, you know? And so essentially to get it to stop, you'd have to like reset your heart or get it low so that the train station stops sending trains. And when it stops sending trains, this train will go, well, I can't go back to the station anymore. I guess I'm gonna have to go the right way. And then they go, well, that was a disaster. Let's close this back up. And then they start sending trains again. So I hope that makes sense. This is a heart condition that I would say varies in severity, I guess. There's some people where this affects them like every single day of their lives. That's not me. Sometimes it happens like once a year, sometimes less than once a year, sometimes more than once a year. It's really not that big of a problem for me, but it is something that I have to look out for sometimes. But I mean, really, honestly, it gets me out of gym class, so you know, what does it matter? It's not like it really impedes my progress or my day-to-day functions that much, so I'm not that worried about it. If it gets bad and it starts happening more frequently, maybe I can get it fixed. And to get it fixed, it's pretty cool. They kind of they go into the heart and they erase that extra muscle or that extra electrical channel. So in this case, they would be like, all right, fuck it, we're sending in a construction team, and they would just straight up take out this entire track so it can never be used again, instead of just closing it off. So in the heart, like if we're talking anatomically, if you look at the heart, they would either go in, locate the extra electrical channel, and they would burn it, or they would like freeze it just to destroy it. That way it can never be used, which I think is fucking metal. If I can get someone to go into my heart and straight up freeze it, like, yeah, I'm doing it. Or like get a dude goes, he's like, all right, I'm gonna go into your heart and just shock it really quick and just burn it. That'd be so sick. That would be cool. But yep, that's my heart condition, man. It's a pretty cool fact about me, and I hope you learned something new about supraventricular tachycardia and AVRT. So thanks.